So today I'd love to start with a brief coming inside to take a temperature check. So go ahead and close your eyes. Rest your hands on your knees. And simply rest into the presence of your partner. And I mean your breath. Notice the incoming breath, like the waves that gently merge with the shore. And noticing your outgoing breath that takes a little bit of the sand with it when it goes. And again, here comes that incoming breath, bringing in some new life. And then feeling that steady release, the surrender of the exhale, and letting some of those bits that you don't need to be with you right here, right now, just go ahead and let them leave with the out breath. Three more glorious rounds of being with your partner, your sacred breath. Thank you for reminding me how it feels to be present. And then gently opening your eyes and stepping into our breath code for today. We're going to use the mother wave breath, which is a inhale followed by an exhale that has no pause between the exhale and inhale. So I'll model that 3 times here. Through an open mouth, the inhale just comes and goes with no pause between the exhale and the inhale. Now we're going to take a movement that goes with that. The inhale, rock it forward with the circle, and the exhale, rock it back, circle. So the inhale as you're forward, and the exhale as you're back. And again, there's no pause between the exhale and the inhale. Go ahead and turn it the other direction. Exhale is to the back and inhale is to the front. Good, coming to that center, hands come behind the head. I'm gonna have you interlace the fingers and keep that mother wave breath going. The inhale, look up, head rests back in hands, and the exhale, a cat back. Stay with the mother wave breath, inhale, and then cat back, exhale. Let's take that 6 more times. Good, and then come to center. And with a big deep breath, I want you to reach both of your arms up, in through the nose, out through the nose. Twice more, in through the nose, reaching up, grounding your hips down, out through the nose. And one more, in through the nose, reach up, and out through the nose, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Spiral twist. This time it's in through the nose, out through the mouth. And the out through the mouth has a sound. Use your sound to twist deeper 3 times. I invite you to be bold with your sound, really letting go, letting it fall out. And once more. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Swoop your hands up the center channel, reaching up, breathing in through the nose. And then exhale, left hand, right knee, right hand behind your pelvis. In through the nose, out through the mouth with sound 3 times. Spiral it up. Use your sound to take up space. Let your sound emanate out into the field around you, claiming your psychic space. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And again, you're going to dive your hands up the center channel. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Lean back on your hands. Scoop the knees in. Give a little massage for the back of your pelvis, sacrum. I like to invite the head to really topple right to left here, the crest of the wave, and the legs are kind of following behind in that wave pattern. Good, and then cross the ankles, come forward to hands and knees. Gonna do a little warm up for the wrists. So cat and cow to start. Inhale, eyes up. And exhale, big rounded back. Chin goes all the way to the chest. Twice more, inhale, tail up. Big tail reaching up towards the sky, big breath. And then exhale, chin comes all the way to chest. Yeah, one more. And then exhale. Good. Turn both fingertips towards each other. So wrists are to the sides of the mat, fingertips in, and then just bend the elbows, bring your chest down a little bit low. And hover a little bit, a little bounce here. So you don't go all the way to the floor with your chest. It's really more of a rib cage opening. A little bounce there, butt up. Good, and then press back up. Fingertips are still in. We're gonna do a twist here. So I want you to keep the left arm straight, bend the right elbow, look over your left shoulder. Again, left arm straight, right elbow bent. Oof, looking over the left shoulder, deep breaths. Sounds are welcome. Again, the sound helps you to kind of remove other people's energy from your space, the news, the worry, the concern. Use your sound and kind of kick out what's not needed right now, which is just you and your breath. Good, come on up, both arms straight. And then you're gonna keep the right arm straight, bend the left elbow, look over your right shoulder. Again, right elbow stays straight. As you look over the right shoulder, left elbow bent. Deep breaths. Use the sound to claim your space. Good, and then inhale, come up, straight arms. We're gonna turn the fingertips towards your knees. If any of these wrist stretches are too much for you, just make it your own way. Just take a few breaths here. If you want more stretch, rock back, hips towards heels so that you receive deeper stretch for the front of the arms. You won't stay long here. And then rock it back forward and turn the tops of the hands down. So fingertips still face the knees. And you'll bring the tops of the hands to the floor. Again, if any of these don't feel good for you, please adjust as needed. And if you want more stretch, your hips can go back towards your knees. I recommend using your belly, keeping a little core activation. Deep breath. Good. And then let's come and sit on the feet. So I'm going to turn sideways, tuck the toes under, sit here and shake your hands. So we get a little stretch for the toes, ankles, feet, and a good firm shake for the hands. Shake them up above your head. We're also doing this to clean out the space, clean out your energy field of any concerns about our world. Just clean it out from your space so that just you and your breath is here right now. That's how you can be most productive and part of the solution. Good. 3 claps. Here now. Good. Back to hands and knees for a little more side body stretch. Left leg out to the side. Gonna take a step forward with the left hand, just enough so that you can dive that right arm under. Right ear comes to the ground, and then left hand to the hip. Breathe into that beautiful upper back spiral. Using your sounds on the exhale to release what's not you from your space. You can either leave that left hand on the hip, or you can reach it out like a big wing, furling open. Or maybe you want to tuck the hand behind your hip. As you like, we'll take a few more deep breaths here. Good. Now bring both hands back to the floor. You're going to keep that left leg where it is. Come back up to your straight arms and hands on the floor. And then make a big arc with that left leg. So you're going to swoop the left leg back behind your mat and all the way over so that it's on the right side of your mat. And turn your head and look towards that left foot. And deep breath as you extend the circle from the top of your head to that left heel. As you breathe, opening up that left side body. Good, and then exhale, you're gonna swoop that leg back to where it was and a little more forward. You're gonna bend the knee, and we're gonna take just a little fluid motion of the torso here. So what I'm doing is I'm letting my torso wave motion side to side, and I'm coming into more weight in the left foot and then less weight in the left foot as my torso swoops away and towards. So I hope that makes sense. There's a fluid exploring of torso and hip opening. Good, and then I want you to swoop towards that left foot, and we're gonna hang out here a bit. You're gonna swoop I'm into that word today, the left hand under the left leg, and then frame the hands on either side of that left foot. Let your head drop. And 3 glorious breaths right there with the sensation you're aware of in your hip, your low back, wherever you feel it, breathe there. Good, one more deep breath, discovering, releasing, softening your body. And then slowly placing the hands so you can lift up and reorient. all the way back, hands and knees. Extend that same leg, left leg back behind you. And we're going to take a lift of that leg, a lift of the right arm, an extension through the core, reaching right fingertips, left foot, and 3 times elbow to knee. Come on in, and then a full breath, reach back out. Exhale, come on in, and reach back out. Good, one more time. Beautiful, 2 hands, 2 knees. Reset with puppy dog pose. Come out on the fingertips. So your fingertip pads are on the floor. And the butt is way up high above the knees. The head comes down to the ground or close to it. Deep volumes of breath. And then inhale, just walk yourself back, hands and knees. We're going to take that entire sequence on the other side. So we go right leg out to the side. And then you're going to take just a bit of a step forward, right hand. So your left arm can swoop under, left shoulder, left ear to the floor. And inhale, right hand to the hip. As you do that, you can turn and look up. And breathe really deep. Whew, releasing breaths for the upper back. And if you want, you can either extend that wingspan of your right arm out wide and kind of play around with how that right wing wants to unfurl into the space. Or perhaps you feel more inclined to tuck that right hand at your low back or on top of the left thigh. Either way, we're going to take a couple of more glorious moments here to feel and breathe. Receive nourishment from the slow pace, saying hello to our bodies. Breath by breath. Letting those sounds come through to claim your space. And then bring both hands to the floor. You're going to leave the right leg where it is. Come back up, 2 hands on the ground. And then you'll swoop the right leg all the way across until it's over on the left side of your mat. Turn and look towards your right foot. You might get confused which is your right and your left, and that's fun. Some deep breaths as you connect the top of your head towards that right heel. Mending the sacred hoop. Good, and then you're gonna swoop, there's that wonderful word again, the right leg all the way over, bending the right knee, and here we go with a little fluid motion of the torso. So this is where the visual might be helpful. I have my right knee bent, and letting my torso roll like a wave pattern, right to left. When I go to the right, I have a lot more weight in my right foot. And when I go to the left, I take some of that weight out of the right foot. Warming up the spine and the hip. Good, and then the next time you roll over towards the right, we're gonna swoop the right arm under. So your hands are framing the right foot. Go ahead and let your head drop. Hang it down. Breathe deep into the hips. Soften your shoulders. The breath fall out. Letting the sound support you to off-gas any worries, tensions, fears, anxieties. Let that move out with those audible exhales, full permission for you to feel and release. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And then put your hands in a place where you can push down, straight arms. Come back to the mat with the hands and swoop that right leg behind you. So kind of in hands and knees, but your right leg is extended back. Now you're gonna lift the right leg up parallel to the ground. Use your core so you can extend the left arm. There you go, diagonal reach, deep breath. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Extend your length. Exhale, compress in. Get one more time, reach it out. And draw it in. And then coming back, hands and knees. And we'll do one more puppy dog pose. So this time, come out, butt up, head down for a breath. Palms are flat on the floor. Walk your hands to the left. Place your right hand on top of your left, and then let your head drop back down between the upper arm bones and breathe. And take that on the other side. Walk your hands over to the right. Place your left hand on top of your right hand. And then drop the head back to the floor. Breathing into that side body opening. Good, and one more time back to center. Then we're gonna come all the way down onto the belly. So you can crawl out on the forearms and just slink yourself down. So you come all the way to your belly, hands into cobra. Lift your left leg off the ground for a moment, put it back down. Lift your right leg off the ground for a moment, put it back down. And then inhale, lift your head and chest. We're gonna stay for 3 deep breaths here. Bringing that mother wave breath in here, continuous inhale and exhale through an open mouth. And then exhale, come down, make a pillow with your hands and place your chin on your hands like you're looking at a ladybug crawling in the grass in front of you. Bend your knees. And let your knees stay bent as your feet do a little windshield wiper routine here. Massaging your hips. Staying a little longer in places where you feel a deep stretch. If you want to put the forehead on the hands, if that's better for your neck, you can do that. And again, some audible exhales. It's really slow and gentle today. Being with the body and all it's been through this week. And releasing the legs behind you. Hands come back into cobra. Bend just the left leg. left knee. And then extend the right arm out to the side. I'm going to have you push into your left hand, roll over onto your right side until that left foot comes to the ground. If your head's off the floor, that's okay, because what I want you to do from here is push into your left hand and lift your left armpit towards the front of your mat, and then come back down. Now put your head down. Right ear on the ground. And at first here, I want you to keep that left hand on the floor. Turn your left fingertips towards your chest and rock a little bit. So you're going to push into that left hand and just give a little reverb, a little rocking motion to your body here. Good, and let that reverb go and lift the left arm up. Wow. And as the left wing, left arm reaches up, spread the fingers of the left and the right hand and feel your heart, stargate of your heart opening as your wings expand. Breathing into the opening you're receiving in that right wing. Breathing into the opening you're receiving in your left wing. Alchemizing for flight. We're going to roll it back down, water side. I'm just quoting a song I like. Come back down onto your belly. Rest your forehead on your hands. Let's take a pause here. You might wag your tail if you want in this pause, and then just let the exhale fall out of the mouth. And let the in-breath fill your belly. Another exhale falls out of the mouth. Another in-breath, fill your belly. Good. Other side, hands come cobra dance, cobra-like dance. You're going to bend the right knee. And reach the left arm out to the side. You're going to push into that left hand and roll over onto your left side until the right foot comes to the floor. Now bring your right hand super close to your chest. Push into your right hand and bring your left armpit closer to the front of your mat. Good. Now come back down, left ear to the ground. And turn your right fingertips towards your chest. Elbows up like a grasshopper wing. And then push into that right hand to give your body a little reverb. A little jostling motion. Good, and then let that reverb come to a standstill. And slowly reach up. Oof. Deep stretch. Right arm comes up. Focus on the center of your heart and how both of your arms are your wings and they're expanding in this stretch. Breath by breath. Yeah, let's take one more glorious, deep, full breath here. And then gently dissolve your shape. Roll back to the belly. Rest your hands, pillow of the hands, head resting on the hands. Wag your tail. And then those 3 deep breaths here. We're going to pause and rest. Big belly breath. sound on the exhale. Another big belly breath. And releasing on the exhale. Yeah, one more. Feels good. Good. So here you could either come to child's pose if your back feels ready. If you want another posture for front body opening, we can take bow pose. Bring your hands to your ankles. And you'll slowly come up, pressing your pubic bone down, lifting the head, the tops of the feet. Again, if this doesn't feel good to you, then just come into child's pose. We'll meet you there in a moment. Mother wave breath here, open mouth, no pause between exhale and inhale. Good, and exhale, slowly release and make your way to child's pose. You're going to bring your knees nice and wide apart. Sit your butt back on your heels. Reach your arms forward and rest your head on your mat. You're going to want to congratulate your low back for the work it just did with the biggest belly breath you can bring. So let your belly be like a balloon. Notice how that massages your lower back. One more lower back massage through your breath. Good, and inhale, rise up, hands and knees. And lo and behold, a yoga practice without a downward dog yet. Fabulous success. You can come into downward dog now if you like. Stretch into it in a way that feels good for you. Bring a wave motion through your spine. Or that classic bending of one knee super deep and then the other. Good. On an inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Bend that right knee and take a breath or two to open that right hip. Turning the right knee more towards the sky, letting the right ankle dangle. Deep breath, squaring off the shoulders. And then on an inhale, we're going to come pigeon, swooping the right knee. It's the preferred word of the day. Swooping the right knee forward. And we'll come up on the fingertips and lift the butt off the floor and lift your chin towards the sky. We're going to take 3 mother wave breaths here. In and out through an open mouth, no pause. Good, and then closing the mouth and breathing in and out through the nose as you come down. Hands can be in that pillow shape again. Resting the head on the hands or on the floor. And just really deep inward gaze here. Tending to the texture of your breath. And the tone, the tonality in your hips. And as you do so, just Notice what the tone has been in your mind this last week. Noticing what the tone has been in your heart over the last few days. And whatever you remember or notice, just set course for how you would like to focus your attention and how you would like to hold yourself, your mind, your heart, your body, your soul. And as we stay here another 3 deep breaths, just really inquire one change that you'd like to create for this coming week, for how to be that best mother to yourself at this time, to really hold yourself with wisdom, compassion, and a little bit of fierceness where needed. You know, dropping things like a hot potato when you know they don't serve you, to repetitively think about again and again. Just taking a few more breaths to see what action step you'd like to take for a better parenting of yourself this week. And when you lift your head, I want you to lift your head, it's like the sun coming up out of the horizon with this new idea, this new way of holding yourself. And as your head and your body comes up, it's that new dawn, new way, new experience. Take yourself back, hands and knees. Take yourself back, downward dog, and stretch it out. Good, and then lift your left leg out and back, 3-legged dog. Keep your hands and your shoulders square. Now bend the left knee. And just turn and open that left hip towards the sky. Notice if your shoulders and your hands like to get a little off. Keep your hands and shoulders as if in downward dog. Good, and then inhale, you're gonna swoop the left knee forward. Yep, you're gonna come up on the fingertips so that you lift your left butt off the floor. And we're gonna take 3 mother wave breaths here, in and out, open mouth. Good, and then exhale. Breathe in and out through the nose now, making a pillow with your hands and resting your head there on top of your hands or on the floor. And right away on this side, we already set the tone on the other side. So just being really curious about these new measures that you could take for yourself, that you could choose to take for yourself this week around better self-parenting practices. Swooping yourself up when the doubt, worry, and fear come in like little gremlins. Instead of pouring water on them because they multiply, you set that firm boundary, loving boundary. And we're putting our attention on, fill in the blank. What are you going to put your attention on when those gremlins, the worry, doubt, and fear come in? Setting up a pattern interrupt. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And if a really wonderful sequence of ideas has come through for you here, I'm going to invite you to, between the yoga and the dance, to just take a journal and take some notes for yourself on this new parenting practice. And for now, when we inhale, we're going to imagine that our head and our heart is like that rising sun coming out of the horizon, rising up, new ideas, new ways of self-care, self-love. Coming back to hands and knees, and just one more time. Yeah, downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Good, and then drop your knees to the floor. Cross your ankles. You'll either close our practice with a seated meditation or go ahead and lie down if you prefer. So either way, lying down or sitting up, the eyes are closed. Simply presencing what it is that you've received from our practice, more importantly, from your own guidance system. And allowing your breath to be the thread that's weaving this new tapestry. Allowing the grace of gravity to tug on your body, saying, yield, surrender, let go, just 5% more. And what you're yielding and surrendering to is your own love and the love of the earth, the supportive ground that we sit upon and lie upon right now. Coming out of this short and brief place of integration with 3 deep breaths. If you're lying down or sitting up, you can stretch now your arms up above the head. Releasing your arms, curling into a little ball on your side if you're lying down. And bringing your palms together at your heart. Thank you for coming together and practicing, for being with yourself in this way of generating a deeper self-love. I do believe it will be the thing that we need the most in these coming times, as well as our own direct and unique connection to Source, whatever that is to you. So bowing forward to your own heart and to each other, namaste.